Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific in the West Coast early game. We're in Toronto, man. We are in Canada in the 6th. No Luca tonight. Congratulations to him on the birth of his baby daughter. He's going to likely miss this game. He's expected to miss tomorrow's game as well. And I guess he'll meet us in Boston or Philadelphia on Sunday. But I think he'll probably miss that game too. If I'm just reading the tea leaves, I don't know why he would leave Serbia to go to the end of the road trip. Unless we drop both of these games and he feels some type of urgency, I could totally see him staying put and then just meeting us for the San Antonio game on, Wednesday. That seems more reasonable to me, to be honest with you. But, we'll see what he actually does. For now, he's definitely missing tonight. And he's expected to miss tomorrow, and we'll see what happens with the Philly game. Lakers, Raptors. The Raptors are a team that's been nearly in second place, just like us, all season long. They're 15-7, currently harboring second place. We're 15-5, played less games than them. Currently harboring second place in the West, and it's time to battle. Unfortunately, we don't have all our horses, but neither do they. We're missing Luka and Marcus Smart. I don't know if he'll be available tomorrow or not. Marcus Smart's been dealing with, I think, back spasms. And the Toronto Raptors are missing Jakob Poeltl. They're resting him for this evening. I think they play tomorrow or something. I don't really know. They might have a back-to-back as well. RJ Barrett is out as well, and Ochai Agbaji is out as well. So those are two of their starters, Jakob and RJ, and Ochai gets a lot of minutes as well. He's a prominent player on their roster. Of course, I did homework on this team as I always do, so we'll go back 5 games as we always do and just go over the stats and see what we learned here, see what's there. So the 5th furthest game behind us in regards to Toronto was a win against the Cleveland Cavaliers in Toronto, 110-99. So they won that handily. It was on 11/24. And let's see what we have here. The Cleveland Cavaliers shot 41% from the field, 36 of 87, and Toronto 49% from the field, 44 of 90. From the three-point line, the Toronto Raptors shot 28%, 10 of 36, while the Cleveland Cavaliers 14 of 48 for 29%. Cleveland hit all 13 of their free throws, and Toronto shot 67%, 12 of 18 from the line. Toronto took care of the glass really well, 51-37, 10 offensive boards for the Toronto Raptors, 4 for the Cavs. 28 assists for the Raptors, 27 for the Cavs. 8 steals for the Raptors, 11 for the Cavs. 4 blocks for the Cavs, 1 for the Raptors. 12 turnovers for the Cavs, 13 points conceded off of those. 16 turnovers for the Raptors, 21 points conceded off of those. 22 fast break points for the Raptors, 21 for the Cavs. 48 points in the paint for the Raptors, 42 for the Cavs. Cavs at one point had an 8-point lead, and the Raptors 14. Of course, we'll skip over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Box score, kind of limit our numbers. They had 4 players in double figures. High man being Donovan Mitchell, who shot very poorly from behind the arc, as did Lonzo Ball. They both missed a lot of threes in this game. Lonzo shot horribly, really horribly. 3 of 15 from the field, 2 of 12 from the 3. Meanwhile, Donovan Mitchell shot 3 of 12 from the 3. So that was where they lost. Donovan Mitchell and Lonzo Ball just shooting too many threes and bricking most of them. So the Toronto Raptors took advantage of that, and let's see what they did. 37 minutes for BI, 37 points. A point a minute for Brandon Ingram, 15 of 30 from the field. That's spectacular. 5 of 11 from the three-point line, 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, plus 11. BI is an all-star this year. He should be an all-star this year, definitely that. Scotty Barnes, 38 minutes of play, 18 points, 8 of 13 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, plus 14 for Scotty, 2 offensive boards there as well. Jakob, 27 minutes of play, 7 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 13 rebounds for Jakob Poeltl, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 offensive boards, a plus 4 for Jakob. Emmanuel, tripping. Emmanuel quickly, 33 minutes to play, 11 points, 5 of 14 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, a plus 11 for Emmanuel. Walter, That's Jacoby Walter, second-year pro. 24 minutes to play, 5 points, 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, -4 for Jacoby Walter. Mamu Kelishvili, a very difficult name to say, but a very easy player to watch. He was fun in all the highlights. That dude is balling. He played for the Spurs last year, and he's going to have a big role tonight with Jakob out. He is turned into a very good player off the bench. 21 minutes to play, 12 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 offensive boards, 1 turnover, a +7 for Sandro? I think it's Sandro. Mamu Kalashvili. Get familiar. Jamison Battle, 2 minutes to play, 3 points, garbage time, hit all 3 of his free throws, -1. Colin Murray Boyles, they're starting to give him some minutes. He's a very dangerous, Draymond-like player. Be very aware of Colin Murray Boyles because this could be a breakout night for him. Given the fact that Jakob won't be out there, he tends to play some center for them. 11 minutes to play, 4 points, 1 of 1 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, +4 for CMB. A nice rookie. He's going to come along. And you see him developing very nicely next to Scotty Barnes someday, and they're going to be a terror on the perimeter, a terror making plays for others. They are both very, very good at being big men who create for others. So this is going to be a problem when they develop. Trust me. Ochai Agbaji, 11 minutes to play, 4 points, 2 of 3 from the field. And what else did he do? I almost ripped my pants here. Long story short, it didn't happen, but I'm very glad it didn't. -7 for Ochai Agbaji on 2 of 3 from the field, if I didn't mention that already. 1 from 3. Jamal Shead, also another good defensive small guard. 24 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 7 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, +14. This is a good player, Jamal Shead. He's a second-year guy as well. He can dunk on you as well. He can get off the ground, but he's really known for his on-ball defense. This dude is a severe problem, and he seemed to be shooting very well in this one. Grady Dick, bad shooting night for GD. 11 minutes to play, 0 points, 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, +2. So he might be all the way out of their lineup, which is crazy. He's way too talented for that. So, he's the type of player that you may want to take a look at if you're trying to improve your shooting percentage situation. He's a really, really talented scorer. Just doesn't really have a role in their system right now, but I think that could be subject to change. He's too good for the role that Toronto has him in right now. But they have a strong bench because of it. As you can clearly see, they have a very productive bench, a much more productive bench than we do, so we need to be aware of that tonight. So that concludes what went down there. Toronto was able to benefit greatly from some terrible, absolutely terrible shooting from Lonzo and Donovan Mitchell, and they beat a Cavs team that day. So let's move on and see what else Toronto did. All right, the next game that we're going to see on tab was another win for the Toronto Raptors against the Pacers. This game was also in Toronto. 97-95 was the score. Very close one for Toronto. They were able to pull it off. B.I. hit a late jumper, smooth jumper with like a couple seconds left in the 0.6 seconds left to be exact. So less than a second. B.I. hit the fadeaway jumper. It was a special one to watch. Let's see what the team stats tell us about this game. All right, so the Raptors shot poorly. 39% from the field, 35 of 90. Pacers, 35 of 78, significantly less attempts, but 45%. The Raptors also shot very bad from 3, 5 of 26 for 19%. And the Pacers shot 11 of 33 for 33%. From the free throw line, the Pacers shot 61%. That's where you lost the game, Pacers. 14 of 23. And the Raptors, 81%, 22 of 27. The Raptors won the boards, 48-43. The Raptors had 12 offensive boards. Second game straight there. Keep an eye on that. Only 3 for the Pacers. 20 assists for the Pacers, 18 for the Raptors. Neither one of them did that great there. 7 steals for the Pacers, 9 for the Raptors. 7 blocks for the Pacers, 4 for the Raptors. 18 turnovers for the Pacers, 18 points conceded off of those. 13 turnovers for the Raptors, 15 points conceded off of those. 9 fast break points for the Raptors, 11 for the Pacers. 46 points in the paint for the Raptors, 40 for the Pacers. 13 was the largest lead for the Raptors, 11 for the Pacers. All right, let's glance at what happened here for the Pacers. They had 5 players in double figures. The high man was T.J. McConnell off the bench. Nembhard shot poorly. That seems to be something I'm noticing. People shooting poorly against this team, and that's about as much as we care to hear about the Pacers. Let's get into the Raptors. 38 minutes for B.I., 26 points, 11 of 23 from the field, 1 of 4 from the 3 of 5 for the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block, a plus 12 for Brandon Ingram. Scotty Barnes, 36 minutes, 24 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, hit all 14 of his free throws. We do not want Scotty getting to the line like that against us. 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 turnovers, plus 1, 5 offensive boards for Scotty Barnes. Colin Murray Boyles got the start. He attempted 2 threes, bricked both of them, 8 minutes of play, only got 1 board, -4, very bad game, but short minutes. Jakob Poeltl, 32 minutes, 8 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 offensive boards, plus 12 for Jakob. Emmanuel, quickly, 38 5 minutes of play, 15 points, 6 of 19 from the field, 1 of 7 from the 3, 2 of 5 from the free throw line. He's just throwing up bricks everywhere. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, a plus 7 for Emmanuel. That is bad shooting. Mamush Galashvili, 16 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 3 rebounds, -10. Jamison Battle got 14 minutes, 1 of 2 from the field for 2 points, 3 rebounds, -10. Ochai Agbaji had 5 minutes, another underutilized player. Between Grady Dick and Ochai Agbaji, I think they probably need to be in bigger roles in this league. 0 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 1 turnover, -4. Jamal Shed, 17 minutes of play, 2 points, 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, -13. Jacoby Walter shot pretty well, 32 minutes, 13 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. No turnovers there, plus 21. He led the team. And Grady Dick, 7 minutes of play, 0 of 2 from both the 3 and field. He did not score. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, -2. They have too many talented shooting guards. That's what it really comes down to. Guys that don't necessarily play the 3 or the 1. Just shooting guard. They got them up and down the roster, and they should probably do a little more balance into their roster. It's working right now. They're number 2 in the Eastern Conference, but these guys, they're not getting the most out of these guys. They're not developing properly in theory. And this is me from afar. I don't know what's going on in Toronto, but it just doesn't seem like you got Walter, you got Dick, you got Shed, you got Agbaji, you got Quickly. All of these people play the 2, man. It's just too many of them. And then you got RJ, which moves Brandon Ingram into the 2, or RJ to the 2. Quickly can also play some 2. It's just too many 2s. They're all good, too. They can all play really, really well in bigger roles. They just need to be moved. So I think that's what Toronto should consider. And this game is a prime example of that. So that's really what it is, man. This game, heartbreaker for the Pacers, but they've only won a few games on the season. They were 2-16 up until this point. So, they're in a tank mission. They're hoping to get the first overall pick, and they're going to continue to lose games. So Toronto was able to edge them out in group play, and we move on to see what happens in the next one. Toronto lost a few games. Now, this was the end of like a 9-game winning streak or something like that. They had a long winning streak, and I'll count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was right. It was a 9-game winning streak that was snapped in Charlotte, of all places. 118, 111 was the score. In overtime, Charlotte was able to get the overtime victory there. And let's see what happened. The Raptors and the Hornets both shot 44%, from the field. 44 of 99 for the Raptors and 41 of 93 for the Hornets. The Hornets shot 26% from the 3, 10 of 39, while the Raptors shot 9 of 29 for 31%. The Bugs shot 26 of 29 from the free throw line for 90%, and the Dinosaurs 14 of 17 from the free throw line for 82%. The Raptors shot 52%, or rather had 52 rebounds, 39 of them for the Hornets. 17 offensive boards for the Raptors. Double-digit offensive rebounds every game for the Raptors thus far. 12 for the Hornets. So both of these teams were bricking and pulling down boards for second chance opportunities. Be aware of Toronto being a good offensive rebounding team. 34 assists for the Raptors, 24 for the Hornets, 6 steals for the Raptors, 10 for the Hornets. 3 blocks for the Raptors, 5 for the Hornets. 16 turnovers for the Raptors, 19 points conceded off of those. 9 for the Hornets, 13 points conceded off of those. 13 fast break points for the Raptors, 7 for the Hornets, 58 points in the paint for the Raptors, 62 for the Hornets. 17 was the largest lead for the Raptors, and they blew that lead. Wow, 7 for the Hornets, who ultimately won this game by 7 points. So, yeah, the Raptors blew a bad lead in this game against a bad team. Real letdown for them. Let's see what happened. Of course, the Hornets, Miles Bridges, 35 points. That needs to be said. 18 for Colin Sexton. Con Knipple shot pretty well, 20 points. And LaMelo Ball had 14 points. Bad three-point shooting, as always, for LaMelo. And, yeah, that's what needs to be said about the Hornets. As far as the Raptors, 40 minutes for B.I. 22 points, 10 of 26 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 offensive board, a minus 11 for Tiny Dog. Scotty Barnes, 39 minutes of play, 30 points, 11 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 offensive boards, a minus 6. Yeah, he was pretty big in this one. Jakob Poeltl, 33 minutes of play, 8 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 11 boards, 9 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block, 5 offensive boards, minus 5. He played huge. We will be happy not to see him tonight. Emmanuel Quickly, 37 minutes, 22 points, 9 of 20 from the field, 3 of 8 from the 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 offensive board, a minus 5. There for Emmanuel Quickly. Jacoby Walter, 27 minutes, 5 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 7 rebounds, and 1 turnover, 2 offensive boards for Jacoby Walter, minus 6. We do not want him getting 7 rebounds tonight. Yeah, that's absolutely out. 19 minutes of play for Mamukelashvili, 13 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 rebounds, minus 1. Colin Murray-Bowles had 13 minutes, only scored 1 point. 1 from the field, 1 or 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 3 offensive boards, plus 4 for CMB. Ochai Agbaji, 16 minutes, only 2 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 from 3. 1 rebound, 1 assist, and then plus 4 for Ochai. Jamal Shead, 20, or Sheed. Is it Sheed or Shed? I'm not really sure, honestly. 23 minutes of play, 3 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3 outs, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, minus 9 for Jamal. And Grady Dick had 18 minutes in this one. 5 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, a plus 2 for Grady. And the Hornets was able to ride a huge game from Miles Bridges. That's really what it came down to. And Colin Sexton chipped in big off the bench, and Con Knipple continues to have a Rookie of the Year like Tam-Payne thus far. And the Hornets were able to get a big win against a Raptor team that was snapping their 9-game winning streak at that point. I know they were upset. And they went on a mini slide because after that they went up against the Knicks and got whooped as well. 116-94. Not very pretty. This game was in Madison Square. And let's get into the team stats, see what happened there. 37 of 88 for the Toronto Raptors from the field, 42%. 44 of 96 for the Knicks for 46%. The Knicks shot 16 of 45 from the 3 for 36%, while the Raptors 11 of 37 for 30%. Bad shooting. 9 of 17 from the free throw line. Another bad free throw shooting night for the Raptors. We are clocking that 53% from the free throw line. That's the worst I've seen on the season thus far. 12 of 16 from the line for the Knicks, 75%. The Knicks killed them on the glass. 61 for the Knicks, 40 for the Raptors. 25 offensive rebounds for the Knicks. 14 for the Raptors. So, yeah, that's awful. But we must say that the Raptors are continuing to get offensive boards, and we're focused in on the team we're facing. They got 14 in this game. They've had double-digit offensive rebounds in every one of these games. But 25 is the most I've seen given up. So this is the worst free throw shooting I've seen from a team with the Raptors against the Knicks here, and the most offensive rebounds I've seen that the Raptors gave up against the Knicks here. So this is some bottom-of-the-barrel stuff that the Toronto Raptors were doing in this game. 27 assists for both teams, 9 steals for both teams, 6 blocks for the Dinosaurs, 3 for the Knickerbockers, 18 turnovers for both teams, 24 points conceded off of those for the Raptors, and 19 points conceded off of those 18 turnovers for the Knicks. 25 fast break points for Toronto, 11 for New York, 48 points in the paint for both teams, 15 fouls for both teams. It's a lot of Not going to see this everyday type stuff going on. 24 was the largest lead for the Knicks. 2 was for the Raptors. This was a strange game. Yes, it was a blowout, but you don't see some of this. That much parity in some areas, that much discrepancy in others, such horrible free throw shooting, so many offensive boards given up. It was a lot of weird stuff, man. So let's see. The Knicks, Karl Towns went for 20 points. Josh Hart had 22 for Cat, 20 for Josh Hart. 18 for Brunson, 13 for Clarkson, 14 for McBride, 14 for Bridges. They had a lot of good stuff going on there for New York. And let's see what happened with the Raptors. Brandon Ingram, 32 minutes, 14 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 4 of 7 from the line, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, minus 22. 5 turnovers and only 1 rebound. BI, what are we talking about? Jamison Battle, 11 minutes of play, 4 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, minus 13. Scotty Barnes, 32 minutes, 18 points, 7 of 17 from the field, 4 of 7 from the 3, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 2 offensive boards, a minus 6 for Scotty B. Quickly, 35 minutes, 19 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3. So he shot pretty well in this one. 1 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 turnovers, minus 8. Jacoby Walter, 21 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, minus 15 for Walter Mamukalashvili. 27 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 3 of 4 from the line, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 3 offensive boards, minus 17. CMB, 22 minutes, 11 points, 5 of 6 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 1 of 3 from the line, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 5 offensive boards, minus 6. Oh, that's a minus 5, actually. Jonathan Mogbo played a little bit. 4 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, minus 3. That's another very talented player. I assume he had been injured because I didn't see his name, but he'll probably be in rotation as we continue to push along. I'd imagine he'll get some more minutes tonight. They like him at the 3. He's pretty good. Also a second-year guy. Ochai Agbaji, 17 minutes to play, 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 offensive boards, plus 3. And Jamal Sheed, 17 minutes to play, 2 points, 1 of 6 from the field with 1 from 3, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 4 steals, minus 17. So we got the 4 steals to make up for the bad shooting. Chucky Hepburn, I believe he's a rookie. He missed all 3 of his field goals, missed both of his threes. In 5 minutes, he had 1 rebound and 1 steal, minus 4. Grady Dick, 18 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 3 rebounds, a minus 3 for Grady. So, yeah, I want to see who had all these offensive boards. I'm very curious. Who the heck was killing them on the offensive glass? Mitchell Robinson had 7 of them. Josh Hart had 5 of them. And everybody in their starting lineup had multiple offensive rebounds. Terrible rebounding for the Toronto Raptors. Awful defensive rebounding. Doesn't get much worse than that. Terrible free throw shooting, too. The Knicks were able to benefit greatly from a Toronto team that just decided to play 2 very bad basketball games in a row. That's what I see there. Not good stuff. So, the next game the Toronto Raptors played in, give me a second because I accidentally clicked on the Knicks there. That is not who we care to see more from. They played the Portland Trailblazers, 121-118. They got the victory against Portland in Toronto, and they bounced back after a 2-game slide. 48 of 90 from the field, 53% for the Raptors, 41 of 83 for the Blazers, 49%. From the field, Blazers shot 38% from the 3, 15 of 40, and the Raptors shot 37%, 11 of 30. Blazers got to the line a lot, 21 of 32 for 66% from the line. The Raptors, 14 of 21 for 67% from the free throw line. So the Raptors, send them to the line, man. They can't shoot. They can't shoot the free throw. That's something the Lakers should not be afraid to do. If we have our season high in fouls and send them to the line 30 times, based on the numbers, they're probably not going to hit many of them. So, yeah, hard fouls tonight. That's the name of the game, hard fouls tonight. Anytime Scotty go up, we're going to test these guys' free throw. Well, Scotty's hitting. He had a game where he hit all 14 of his, so he's not the problem. But everybody else seems to be the problem from the free throw line, apparently. I don't know if that holds up. But this is not particularly the team that I say limit your fouls because they're not hitting theirs from the line. 43 rebounds for the Toronto Raptors, 39 for the Blazers, 10 offensive boards for the Raptors, 5th straight game. 9 for the Blazers. So, yeah, you can rebound against this team, but they're going to get their second chance points. But Pirtle's not out there, so that's one of their better rebounders. We'll see how it goes with Scotty and CMB and those guys. They can rebound too, obviously. 33 assists for the Raptors, 23 for the Blazers. 10 steals for the Raptors, 7 for the Blazers. 3 blocks for Toronto, 7 for Portland. 15 turnovers for the Portland Trail Blazers, 24 points conceded off of those. 18 for the Toronto Raptors, 19 points conceded off of those. 25 fast break points for the Dinos, 10 for Rip City. 64 points in the paint for the Dinos, 50 points in the paint for Rip City. So the Dinos definitely took care of the points in the paint in this game, plus 14 there. 16 was the largest lead for the Raptors, 9 for the Trailblazers. All right, let's get into it. What else happened? Denny Avage is an all-star. I just have to say that. It's irresponsible not to endorse him as an all-star with the way that he's playing for the Blazers. He's balling, man. In 37 minutes, he had 25 points, 14 assists, 8 rebounds, 4 turnovers, a plus 11. I don't usually call out other people's stats, but he's playing so well. You just have to. You have to acknowledge that snubbing him is not acceptable at this point. Shaedon Sharpe had 23 off the bench. Tamani Kamara had 21. It is what it is, man. The Raptors really got a lot of scoring, but could not get the victory. They could not. The Toronto Raptors won the game, and let's see why. BI, 35 minutes, 21 points, 7 of 17 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, 2 offensive boards, and minus 14 for BI. Scotty Barnes, 39 minutes, 28 points, 10 of 18 from the field, 3 of 7 from the 3, 5 of 7 from the line, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks, plus 18 for Scotty. Jakob Poeltl, 26 minutes, 11 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, plus 7 for Jakob. Quickly, 35 minutes, 23 points, 9 of 11 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3. So he's coming off a very hot game, y'all. Emmanuel Quickly, after shooting poorly, played his best game thus far in this 5-game stretch. 5 of 6 from the 3, 9 of 11 from the field, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds, 8 assists, only 2 turnovers, a minus 7. So he really balled out in that one. Jacoby Walter, 18 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, minus 4 for Jacoby. Mamukelashvili, 19 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, a plus 2. He's also one of those guys that's getting a lot of offensive boards every night with the minutes given. CMB, 16 minutes, 10 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 offensive boards, a minus 3. He's also a culprit there on them offensive boards. Ochai Agbaji, 12 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, minus 6. I ain't got to worry about him. He ain't going to be out there tonight. Jamal Sheed, 23 minutes to play, 3 points, 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 5 assists, 5 steals, 1 turnover. That's a theme. He bricks shots, he gets steals to make up for it, plus 8. Grady Dick had 17 minutes, 14 points, 6 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, plus 14. Okay, so Grady is shooting well and Quickly is shooting well right now. If the last game is any indicator, we need to keep a hand up in front of both of those guys because they're snapping out of their slumps right on time to see us, unfortunately enough. So that concludes everything we need to talk about in regards to the Toronto Raptors 5-game history. They shoot bad from the line. They definitely get offensive boards. Those are 2 things that stood out for me. And they got too many damn shooting guards, like entirely too many. So, again, this game is at 4:30. You already know the injury report, but we will go over it again as we look at the other app. Lakers going to be wearing yellow tonight on the Raptors floor. Home jerseys, road, not really in love with that. And the Raptors will be wearing their road reds on their home floor, which is something I really loathe about this era of the NBA. But it is what it is. Projected starters for the Raptors: Quickly, Walter, Scotty, BI, and Sandro. They're really short. They're really short out there. We should definitely be able to take advantage with Ayton being available in this game. And for the Lakers, projected starters: Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton. I don't know if that's what we're going to go with, but that's what this is telling us. I hope we decide to do something different because you know how I feel about Gabe Vincent. Of course, Luka and Marcus Smart again out. Ochagbaji, RJ Barrett, and Jakob Poeltl out. So that's really what it is, man. This game's early, man. I'm recording this at 12:32. That game is going to be in 3 hours, 3.5 hours, 3 hours. So I got just enough time to eat breakfast and do some art, and the game will be on before I know it. I'm not leaving the house, so you'll of course see me have a video for you guys, at halftime, and of course at the end of the game. And if anything pops up with trades and stuff, I'll make a video for that. With no Luka out there, we need to, of course, shift toward Austin Reeves ball. You know what I mean? Austin Reeves, obviously, with everything going on with Giannis potentially being traded, I don't know how real it is that Austin be traded. You know, because if we're gonna make a move for Giannis, which I know we're gonna try to do, he would probably be the guy we center this around. So I love to think that Austin's gonna be a Laker for life, but the reality is, if the Lakers can win that trade, we're watching some of the last games of Austin's Laker tenure, which really sucks if you're an Austin fan like me. So let's enjoy Austin. That's what I will say. Let's enjoy Austin. I hope everything works out for the better. You know, I'll be happy either way. I'll definitely be happy to bring in Giannis, but I'll also be happy if we don't and hold on to Austin. If we could find a way to get Giannis without moving Austin, that would be a miracle, but I don't see that being possible. So I'm not going to even lie to you guys and say that. The reality is, I think the Lakers are going to try to make a play. I don't think we have the most attractive package for Giannis. I don't even know that Giannis is actually going to be moved, especially since he went down with an injury, which is also something that should scare some people who are trying to win a championship with him right away. But at the end of the day, it's Giannis, and people are going to try to make a move for him. And the Lakers, from what I understand, are one of the teams that are standing by. And if I'm Milwaukee, there's no way I'm doing that deal without Austin. So, yeah, we could be saying goodbye to Austin Reeves very soon if that crap happens. So just keep that in mind as we're watching our guy tonight get a chance to really showcase himself. Because, of course, without Luka out there, he's our number one option. LeBron James, this is a good opportunity for him with Luka being out to get in rhythm. We need him to look a lot better than he did in the last game. I thought that was the worst game I'd probably seen him play in years, and maybe the worst game he's ever played in his career. But Father Time is a real thing. Him working his way back from injury is a real thing as well. And you got those two things working against one another, you're going to have some bad nights, especially if we're going to kind of have a centered Luka gets off early type of system that allows for LeBron to get fewer shots early. I think in this type of situation with Luka being out, LeBron could get his shots early and hopefully looks good. But it's going to be not necessarily about him getting in rhythm that moves me more so than him just showing me that he can get back on defense. We have been a bad transition defensive team lately. We've looked old and slow. I've talked about why that is, in my opinion, and what we could do to fix it, but I don't think our team is going to do any of the things that I think we should do to fix it. We're probably going to be slow to get back against a team with a lot of guards who have no problem getting back. So this is not the greatest matchup for the Lakers based on that reality. If we're going to be old and slow tonight, you do not want to be going up against guys who literally name quickly out there. It's all in the name. You don't want to have any parts of that. Jamal Shed, these are defensive players too. Jacoby Walter can get steals. You know, the B.I. is good there. Scotty is known for his defense. Mamush Kelishvili's been playing some good defense. So this is a good defensive team. That's why they're second overall seed in the Eastern Conference. And although they're missing some key players tonight, they still have a strong enough team to do what needs to be done to get a victory, especially if you're not going to play your best ball without your best star. So that's what it is. I after looking at homework on the Raptors, I know they kind of been struggling a little bit. They beat a very good Blazer team, though. A Blazer team that I think is better than their record. So we need to be on guard. But there are some things that are extremely encouraging about playing the Raptors based on the numbers. And at the end of the day, they're going up against a Western Conference powerhouse in the Los Angeles Lakers. Without Luka, which is like good 40% of why that is. But just the same, we have shown that we can do great things without Luka Doncic. And now that LeBron's back, it should raise our ceiling. if we're able to effectively get him worked into the equation and have him looking like himself. So I don't know what to expect from LeBron, man. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know if what I'm seeing is permanent or if what I'm seeing is just him not having had a preseason or, started the season off, and this is him going through the motions of trying to get in shape. I'm not really sure. I think most people are kind of nervous right now. But we know he can still do some things that could help our team regardless. He's still an excellent connective piece. But I'm wondering if the 35-point game days are over, the big, huge slam days, catching lobs. Some of that stuff just doesn't look like he's able to do it right now. And so how much of that is conditioning, how much of that is wear and tear from old age, and just the reality of sciatica, which is an injury that doesn't necessarily go away at all. So I'm nervous, but I we need more out of other people. LeBron is one concern, but guys like Jake LaRavia need to be involved. We really, really miss Marcus Smart out there because we're forced to play Gabe Vincent, and Gabe Vincent doesn't really do anything at all, like literally at all. So it's kind of just like your team is just severely handicapped just by having those two pieces, being Luka and Marcus Smart out. And our coach's unwillingness to play the young players who can probably provide us a lot, but, for the sake of whatever our thoughts are in regards to playing young players, you just don't have them out there to do that. And then you're going to remove Vanderbilt as well, so that some of your tenacity and 50-50 ball, advantage goes away there. We're just handicapping ourselves purposefully for the sake of whatever JJ's offensive system is, and I have a hard time with that as a fan. I understand that our system works, and when we have it, when we're running our stuff, we're one of the best offenses in the league. So there's no question that the system is in place for a reason, and maybe it's very difficult for coaches to implement players that don't fit into their system. But if you need what those players do, it seems to me that it would be something that needs to be worked on from a systematic standpoint, to where you can work guys in that don't necessarily fit the system, or you can abandon the system for the sake of those elements that those players that don't fit the system can provide. So we need to be able to be more flexible, and we need JJ to be brilliant enough of a coach to work that into the equation. I do not accept guy doesn't fit system, so I can't work with him. If I need what guy does, I need him on the floor, whether he fits your damn system or not. And so great coaches are going to figure that out, and I'm not giving JJ any passes for not. And so that's all I want to say, because I understand that aspect. I've been listening to a lot of commentators. They've been expressing that and helping me understand where maybe my thinking goes wrong when I say, well, why can't you just put Vanderbilt out there anyway? Because it's difficult to fit the offense, and the offense needs to be run. Well, I'm telling you, you better figure something out because we need what Vando does. We need what Adu does. And without those guys, we're getting beat. And I'm not willing to live and die with the ability to complete plays that are fitting a system that is limited to my coach's ability to coach. I'm not rolling with that. I need you to be able to get these guys out there for the things that they do well and sacrifice whatever you're willing to sacrifice in that regard, or rather would be unwilling to sacrifice in this case. So that's what I'm trying to articulate, man. I'm trying to expand my understanding of what these coaches need to in order to be successful. But I also know that my team is hemorrhaging in areas that players that don't fit their system can ultimately patch up. So I need Adu on the floor. Vanderbilt, I tell y'all the truth, I can live without Vanderbilt. Adu, the young player, I need his athleticism, I need his speed. I need his defensive intensity and his ability to change shots, closeouts, getting back, athleticism, easy bucket potential. I need all of those things. And that he can't space the floor is not a reason for me to not have all of those things at my disposal. BDL 44, I thank y'all for watching.